Hi everyone, welcome back to my channel. My name is JT and this is the XO budget. I'm currently on a journey to become debt-free and I'm using a zero-based budget and the cash stuffing method to achieve my financial goals and to build a brighter financial future. So if this is content that you're interested in, please subscribe and keep on watching. Hi everyone, so today I am going to be doing a mini cash stuffing where I am just going to be resetting my wallet. Another thing that I would like to do in this video is introduce some new items to you that I will be putting on my shop. So I believe I will be posting this video on Friday, June 21st, which is the same day that I'm going to be reopening my shop. So yeah, I just wanted to show you all what I have been cooking up so that way you guys can see what these will look like. So let's just go ahead and get started with resetting my wallet for the week. And gas and charging, let me get my receipts. I'm gonna go ahead and scan these receipts into my Fetch Rewards app, which I always have my referral code down in the description box, so please use that referral code because you will get extra points when you scan in your first receipt, and I'll also get some extra points, so the both of us can have some extra points just by scanning in our receipts. It's really easy to use, and just scanning your receipts, and it'll also scan like your email for emailed receipts as well, so that way if you are doing online spending, that also accounts for it too. So it's a really cool program, and I actually am going to be redeeming my first gift card, so thank you to anyone that has used my code. Because of you, I have been able to get enough points to be able to get a gift card, which I will use probably in the near future. I'll keep you guys updated if I do. Let me go ahead and also get out my change. Just put it here. Okay, so we do have some money left over. In gas and charging, I do have a 20, but I think I'm gonna roll this over because I am gonna probably need to fill up sometime this week. So I'm gonna roll this over and probably add the other 20 over. Groceries. We have $10, $11, $12, $13, $14, $15 left over. So I'm going to put those into my dollar savings challenges. Eating out has nothing, social has nothing, spending has nothing. Miscellaneous has $1, $2, $3. So a lot of $1 in this. Also, I did get change for something, and I ended up finding a star note in the change that I received. So here's the star note. I'll go ahead and bring it closer. I don't know if you guys can see that, but there is a star note right there. So I am going to be putting this away into my star note collection. So I'll put that right there. And now we are ready to reset my wallet. And let me go ahead and pull out my daily expenses binder. I also did get this cute little charm. It's a Hello Kitty charm. It has like these stars on it too. It's super cute. And I put that in my daily expenses binder. Alright, let me move this over a little bit just to have some room. Okay, so gas and charging, I'm going to move over the 20 into my wallet. So now gas and charging has 40. Again, I am going to be filling up sometime this week. Groceries, I'm going to move over 40. I did go to Costco, which is why this is less than what it was before. I'm debating, yeah. The $10 that came from my groceries that I unstuffed, I'm gonna just go ahead and roll that over into my daily expenses binder. So I am gonna be putting 40 into my wallet. And then let me go ahead and put this $15 into my groceries. Eating out, I do have 15 that I'm going to now put into my wallet. And social will have the same amount, which is 15. Spending, I am going to move over as well, so $10 in spending. And miscellaneous is going to get its usual $10, which I will be putting in this wallet. Perfect. So let me go ahead and close this binder up. And my wallet is all reset now for this coming week. I'll put this off to the side. And I'm also going to pull out my savings challenges binder, so that way I can put some of these dollars in my dollar savings challenge. So we'll first start out with our $1 savings challenge. So we currently have 2, and we're adding this. So now we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Nice. So I get to fill in 2 icons since we have 10, and each icon is worth 5. So let me go ahead and fill that in. We're doing pretty good progress for the dollar savings challenge. I feel like we might be able to get to the end. I don't know, depending on how much more I'm able to save. So hopefully I can keep saving, and so we can fill this up. I am not putting this $5 into the $5 savings challenge. I am going to be putting it into my star notes though. So adding the 5 into my star notes, and now my star notes collection is growing. Here, let's count this up. So for my star notes, I have 50, 75, 81. $81 saved. All of them are star notes, and I am still on the hunt for more. I keep looking through all of the bills that I keep getting just to see if I can collect even more star notes. So that's it for that part of this video. So now I'm excited to get into some of the items that I'm going to be putting on my shop. So the first thing I am putting up on my shop are going to be these envelope trackers. So it will come in a pack of 6, and this is what they look like. Very simple, really all I wanted on it. Let's open up beauty, for example. But this is how you would be able to use it. So you put the category, put the starting balance. For a lot of these already had some cash in it, so I put that there. I put the goal amount, so the amount that I would consider fully funded. And then it has a place for a date, description, plus or minus. So if you're adding or if you're subtracting, the amount that you were adding or subtracting, and then the balance after. So this is kind of how I like it. I was using the ones from Cloth and Paper, but they were made out of a much thicker material, or thicker paper, which was really hard for me because as nice as it was to have a thicker material, my envelopes just felt extra full. So I did go with like a little bit of a thinner paper, which is good for these cash envelopes since they are handmade, so it doesn't overstuff them. And I do really love them. They're very simple, very clean. So yeah, so this is going to be one of the things that's going to be up on my shop. Next are going to be some new dashboards. So I did mention this in one of my videos, but I did want to make a business sinking funds dashboard. So I did make this one. It just says business sinking funds. Similar to my other dashboards, this is the rounds dashboard. So you can see here, like I have savings challenges. That is one of them that I've made. I've also made one like low priority sinking funds. There's a bunch of different categories. So all of the categories that have been there will continue to be there, but I am adding the business sinking funds for anyone that wants to label their business. So I'm going to actually put this into my own because I do have this backside. So this is my daily expenses and business sinking funds. So daily expenses here, and in the back here are my business ones. So let me just put this in here. But this is something that is coming to my shop. And there you go. That fits so nicely. The other new dashboard that I wanted to introduce is going to be my in the bank placeholder tracker dashboard. So this is a dashboard, and the purpose of this is to be able to kind of keep track of the placeholders that I have. So for example, so in my long-term sinking funds, I do have these $100 placeholders. I have 2 of them actually in car registration, but it's like, you know, being able to have it all in one place to take a look at. So that way I can look at my high yield savings account and see that total amount, but I can see a breakdown. That's what I made this for, and I am going to be adding this into one of my binders. I'm not quite sure which one yet, so I'm going to hold off on putting them in for this video. but I did want to kind of just show what it would look like. So in the binder, it would look like this. So you'd be able to put things and like write on this, and it is reusable, so you can erase it using like an alcohol pad or a nail polish remover to be able to remove it and be able to reuse it. One of the ways that I plan to use it is to put one in each of my binders, so that way each binder I can see which envelopes have a placeholder and the amount that is in that placeholder, so that way I can also just have a good overview of what's going on. So the next item that I'm introducing is the item that I'm actually most excited about, and it's because I came up with this savings challenge that I am super excited to share with you. So looking at Star Notes, this is actually what inspired me to create this new challenge. But Star Notes, the way that you collect Star Notes is as you're going through the bills that you receive, either from the bank or from the change that you get when you go out and spend your cash, if at the end of a serial number of a dollar bill you see a star, that is where you'd be able to collect it. So that's pretty much a cool savings challenge to kind of, you know, make it fun as you're looking at your bills to see at the end of the serial number, if you see a star, it's a Star Note and you get to collect it. And that is something that was inspired by Aya Plans for Me, because Aya is the one that actually commented on one of my first videos and recognized that I did have Star Notes, and that's what inspired me to start collecting and looking out for them. So let me put this away. I'm very excited to announce that I came up with the savings challenge, and it is called Alphabet Notes. Similar concept to Star Notes, where at the end of the serial number, usually instead of a star, here, let me just pull out any other bill. So usually instead of a star, you would see some kind of letter at the end of a serial number, and that is kind of what I was hoping that this Alphabet Notes can be a cool savings challenge for. So the way that I imagine this working is as you are cash planning, you'd be able to kind of select an amount that you would want to save a little bit extra for. So whatever that means for you, you can choose anything, or if you have any leftover money. So for example, my dollar savings challenge, those are like the leftovers that are from my wallet at the end of the week. I just put them into those dollar savings challenge, but what you can do is you can look at the serial numbers of all the money that you have left over and see if it will have one of the corresponding letters and fill that in. So that's how I imagine this to work, is you can use like your leftover money, or maybe if you reallocate some of the spending that you do, or if you have extra change, whatever it may be, you can use this to start collecting randomly and be able to see if you can fill in all of the bubbles. So the way that this is laid out is each column will represent what kind of dollar bill it is. So 1, 5, 10, 20, 50, 100. And in each column, you'll have all of the letters of the alphabet minus O and Z. Through all of my research, it is known that with the serial numbers, the only letters that you cannot find at the end of a serial number is the letter O and Z for their resemblance of 0 and 2. So because of that, there's only 24 letters that you would be able to find in the serial numbers for the alphabet. So that is kind of what this one is. However, if you wanted to be a little bit more methodical, so I also thought of creating these, and these are pretty much separated by what kind of dollar or bill amount that you want to start collecting. So for example, I'll use the $5 bills, for example. I use a lot of $5 bills in my cash stuffing, and so what I plan to do is I am going to, in my budgeting and planning out for my cash, I am gonna save like maybe $15 and allocate $15 toward the savings challenge every week or every time I get paid, and I would just get 3 extra $5 bills from the bank. And that, including all the $5 bills, I'd also be cash stuffing. I would look through them and look through all the serial numbers and see if I can find all of the letters. So the 3 $5 bills that I would allocate, which is the $15, I would just find them in the $5 and be able to fill out whichever letter is at the end of that dollar bill and be able to put it into that saving. So this will make a lot more sense, and it'll actually be really cool to show you guys how I plan to do this. I will be using this in my next cash stuffing so you can see it in action. I love savings challenges. I think they're super fun, and so I wanted to come up with something that I thought was really fun. Like, I really enjoy collecting Star Notes. I just can't find a lot of them, but Alphabet, there are so much. Like, all of them, I've seen like the letter J. I even thought about like spelling out like my whole entire name with it, but I thought this would be a cool way to start saving even a little bit. Even if you were to just try to save the $1 you can save up to 24, and all of these will show how much you would save if you were to save all of the letters. And so that's what all of these are. And I know not a lot of people like translucent when it comes to these, so I also made them in cardstock. So I am going to be giving you the option of being able to do cardstock. This is paper. I did not laminate it, so it is kind of a one-time use, but if you only want to do this challenge one time, this would be perfect. And then if you wanted it to be reusable or translucent, that's where you can get this kind and be able to erase and reuse it all the time if you'd like to. But yeah, so those are going to be the alphabet notes challenges that I am coming out with. So those will be also launched on Friday. And last but not least, I am going to be putting up my holiday sinking funds bundle. So these are the cash envelopes that I have made. So you get New Year's, Valentine's Day, Easter, Mother's Day, Father's Day, 4th of July, Halloween, Thanksgiving, and Christmas. So these matte vellum cash envelopes will be available on my shop. It will come as a bundle, so you will get all of these. These are going to be the A6 size, and they are already hole punched. And this is going to be the cursive version, but surprise, I also came out with a printed version. So these are going to be the same icons, but instead of cursive, you will just see them in the printed font in the front. So yeah, so you will get to choose whether or not you want to have the cursive or if you want the printed version of the cash envelope bundle. And this is also going to be up on my shop. So that's basically everything that I'm going to be launching in this launch. So I'm super excited to be able to put these up on my shop and have everyone be able to have access to. If you have any questions about any of these, please leave them down in the comments below. I'd be happy to answer them. Or you can also message me on my shop itself. My shop's link will be down in the description bar below. And yeah, that's basically it. So thank you all so much for tuning in, and I can't wait to see you next week in my paycheck cash stuffing. Bye!